Okay, so I have a new product that I'm actually really excited to show you guys for everyone who loves Qi charging. So if you're not familiar, Qi charging is basically a wireless way to charge your phone. The new iPhone has it built in. All my Samsung phones, the past couple have had it built in. So it's a great way to charge your phone on the quick and easy, so you don't have to deal with plugging your phone in. I know it seems very minuscule, but I'm not a person that likes plugging my phone in. You can see I actually have it back here, charging with my Tesla supercharger, and I basically have those wireless charging stations upstairs by my bed, by the TV, by my computer, wherever it is I could possibly need to charge, that's where I have them, except my Tesla. So you could remember back, I installed a wireless charging pad in my center console. I'll put that video up here in the iCard in case you want to check it out. Well, it worked sometimes. The more I used it, actually, the more I found it didn't work as often as I would have liked, and I like to keep a case on my phone, which unfortunately didn't work with that charger. I tried some other pads and just wasn't happy with them. They just weren't able to send that charge through such a thick area. So I was looking for another product, and actually Abstract Ocean came out with one and figured why not, so I went ahead and ordered one up. Okay, so it comes in a little box like so. And I also ordered a little extra thing. We'll get into that in a second. So this is just the dash mounted. You can see I got the right hand, so it will go on the right of the monitor or screen in the car rather than the left. You can get either one. It's just gonna depend on what side, like right angle you want. So definitely make sure you pick the right one. Comes with a little user manual. In the box, we have the right angle, and it actually does use a micro USB. And then we have the actual charging pad, and then the little magnetic mount there. That's all box one. Box two, we have, oh wow, that's hefty. That's very hefty. We have the little ball. Oh, that looks really cool in the ring light. Anyway, this is what we will mount to the dashboard with this tape right here. And then this clamps right onto it. So it is nice because you can reposition this wherever you want, and it's really gonna stay there. You can launch any car. This is not ever coming off. So that's actually really cool to see that it's really built, and I like that. I like that a lot. And then you just have some dust absorber pads in here too, which you can also just use Scotch tape. We'll go over that in a minute though. And then I ordered something a little extra too. The chargers in the Tesla, the USB outlets I should say, are not known to be the most powerful. So if you want to use your Qi charging and want the most power as possible, I would recommend you pick up one of these. I'll also put the link for this in the description below. This is from Abstract Ocean, but this is their Qualcomm Quick Charger 3.0. Here you can see it's got the fast charging built into it. So I can put this in the outlet, plug it into this USB, micro USB into this, and charge super fast wirelessly. So I'll actually probably end up using this guy more than not. It was pretty cheap too, so definitely an option if you want a faster rate of charge to go with this. I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know how fast it will charge my phone if I'm actively using things like Google Maps, Waze, stuff that people use a lot, or if it will just maintain the same state of charge if I just use the USB outlet. But I'm 99% sure even with using this and having everything open, it will actually actively charge it, which is really what I wanted, so that's why I went with this guy. So being that this is for Qi charging phones, it does not use magnets to hold on to your phone. Using magnets might be okay in a home setting because they're very weak, but on a car you can't really use magnets like that when you're using Qi charging just because of the interference and everything. So this actually uses micro suction technology, and you're probably like, what is that? Well, basically there's a bunch of little mini suction cups under this, and that's what will hold your phone. Now, that being said, it holds it very, 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 very well the first couple uses until it gets a little dust on it, kind of a little buildup. But then after, I don't know, every couple weeks, maybe every month, just go ahead and take some Scotch tape, put it over it in like an X pattern, or you can even use the included dust absorbers. And that will just clean it off real quick, that way it continues sticking, but you'll notice it. If you need to wipe it, it'll be obvious. So let's go ahead and go out to my Tesla and install this. Okay, so here we are in the Tesla. We are going to go ahead and mount the ball, probably right about here. Yeah, right about there. And then what we'll do is we'll route the cord under here, all under here, this trim, and then jump this gap until I can find a different solution to get through there. So first thing first, with just this, it's a good idea to wipe this off, clean it. I had already done so. So we'll just go ahead and remove that red tape, and then just stick this right about there. Go ahead and push it a little. That tape does stick very well. If you ever want to remove this, the easiest way too is if you get a piece of like dental floss, tie it around your hands and just kind of floss it right off. It should pretty much remove. One thing you will need for this is a spudger type tool. So what we will go ahead and do is go ahead and get this plugged in. And then slap it right on the back there. Give us a little bit of extra cord in case we want to move it a little bit. And if you just kind of lift this up, it actually is like the perfect size. You can just use the spudger tool too to help push that in a little bit. Now make sure you're using a plastic tool and nothing metal, because anything metal will scratch all this up. Do not use a flathead screwdriver. I've seen people do that before. Please don't. And then we're just slowly working this cord in here. And once you get just to the beginning part right here, it's easy enough just to go ahead and tuck this by hand. You don't really need the tool. So one thing we are gonna do, just kind of pull the bottom of that trim off so that we can go ahead and route this under all those little clips. Really keep the cord managed and out of the way. And this actually just snaps right back in. And then temporarily what we're going to do is just kind of bring this over, and then here's where you would plug it in. I'm actually going to try this guy out. See how this works. And then the wire can just sit there for now. I'm going to find a better way. Maybe consider going through this side wall or find a different way in there. But for now, that will just kind of look like that, pretty discreet. And then what we'll do is go ahead and test it, make sure it charges. And there we go. So you'll have to kind of get an idea. This one actually charges between about there and there. Different phones have the chargers in different locations. So we can go ahead and peel this off, exposing the sticky part. And now actually we'll go ahead and yeah, it's pretty tough to get it off the first time. It's gonna feel like you're gonna break something. You're not. Don't worry. See, we are now charging. So that is really the big concern. And then just pull it straight off. You can give it a little twist. Once this gets a little tacky, it'll be a lot easier. But you need to make sure you use something pretty slick on the back. This normally won't work with like the silicone or anything like that. It needs to be kind of shiny like this. So this is great, or if you just use the straight phone back with any Qi charging phone, because those are going to be slick anyway to allow that charge to go through. This is just a cheap TPU case, so it works really well for the S8 Plus. So yeah, I'll go ahead and play around with this some more and figure out the exact charging rate difference between using the included cigarette outlet or just the straight USB outlet in the Tesla. But I can say from previous experience, using the USB outlet from the Tesla does not output all that much, so charging will definitely be slowed. And if you are actively using Google Maps, Waze, and all that, it will probably barely be able to maintain your current rate of charge. Okay, so we did 4 different tests to see what charges faster in the Tesla. So everything is by mA, which is a milliamp, and kind of basically that is the current that is going through. So here you can see first test was my phone, which is a USB-C, directly to the Tesla USB outlet, and that was doing about 270. Next up we did my phone, which is USB-C, directly to the cigarette lighter plug that I bought, and that is a Qualcomm fast charge, and that did 880. Next up we did the Qi charger hooked up to the USB in the Tesla, and that was at 150. So that's a lot less than the 270 was. Yes, we were using micro USB instead of USB-C, but also we do know that using Qi charging will result in some lost energy. And then for the final test, we did the Qi charger connected to the cigarette lighter plug that I had purchased. That's the Qualcomm fast charger, and that went up to 830. So comparing the 830 that we received to the 880 from the USB-C to the cigarette lighter also. It really is not that much power loss, but it is much more significant than being plugged into the actual Tesla USB outlet. So I would definitely recommend purchasing one of the cigarette lighter USB chargers just because it increases it significantly. That's a 5-fold increase. It would really just charge your phone a lot faster and allow you to really keep all those extra apps open if you would like to, without worrying about maintaining a charge but actually increasing your charge level. That's basically it. I'll go ahead and put a link to everything down in the description below. Definitely check it out. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that. It's a much easier install than any Qi charger I've tried in the past in a Tesla. Anybody should be able to do what I just did. I did it in just a few minutes. So super, super easy. Any skill level. Just make sure you get a spudger tool. Do not use a metal screwdriver, please. I don't want to hear anyone marring their Tesla. But as you can see here, like everything just goes right back to normal. No gaps. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you are looking for a Tesla, definitely check out our website, teslainventory.com. And if you are looking for a newer inventory model, feel free to use our referral code. It's down in the description below or at the top of our website. Doing so will actually get you free unlimited supercharging for the life you own your vehicle. And if you do use our referral code, definitely send me an email through the website so that I have your contact information, so that when we take delivery of our next gen Roadster, we can have you guys either come out or we can meet up with you on our road trip, since really without you guys, none of this would be possible. So I can't thank you guys enough. Definitely let me know in the comment section below too if this is a Qi charger that you'd be interested in. I think it was $45, super reasonably priced, so definitely an easier option than the charger I installed in this door right here a while back, which I actually took that out because it wasn't working. Long story short, this is the Qi charger I will now be using. Definitely thumbs up if you enjoyed it though. Go ahead and click here to subscribe here for some more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.